Iceland is reportedly considering withdrawing its application to join the European Union that was made back in 2009. It will be the second time since an anti-EU party came to power in Reykjavik 2 years ago that the government has considered the move. Well, to discuss this more, we're joined now by Erika Bergman, a professor of political science at the Centre of European Studies at the Bifrost University in Iceland. Thanks very much for coming on to the programme. Can you tell us, why is Iceland considering changing its mind on this?
Well, Iceland has for a decade now almost been completely split on the issue whether to join the European Union or not. And after the massive financial crisis in the autumn of 2008, the then left-wing government that came into power saw it as one of the main vehicles for reform and recovery to re-establish links with the international community and apply for EU membership. But the government wasn't able to finish the negotiations before the coming election in 2013, where the opposition was voted in, the right of central government which we have now, and they have completely the opposite policy of not joining the European Union.
Why is that?
And they
Tell
made
us, what's their beef about it?
Well, Iceland is completely split on the issue whether our interests are better protected within the European Union or outside of it. And there are several issues at play. One of the issues driving Iceland into the EU is to try to underpin our falling currency, which has been locked behind capital controls since the crash. And many see EU membership being of the greatest economic benefits in order to sort of secure monetary policy. On the other hand, the opposition is mostly because of ideas of independence. This is a government that really treasures the country's independence and really wants Iceland to remain on its own and outside of major economic blocs like the European Union. But the difficulty is that Iceland is already closely linked with the European Union, even a shadow member of the EU already through an agreement called the European Economic Area Agreement.
The last time that the government sort of suggested it was going to move away from joining the EU completely, there were street protests, weren't there? There were a lot of demonstrations. Is the feeling running that high that you'd expect to see a similar response this time?
It might well be. This, as I said earlier, the nation is split in half on the issue. And very many people feel that the process should be completed. Iceland had applied for EU membership, and many people feel that they had been promised the chance to vote on the issue finally and resolve it in a referendum. And many feel that if the government revokes the application without consulting the nation in a referendum, that is a massive betrayal on behalf of the government, and a lot of the protests was because of this feeling of betrayal rather than the wish of joining the European Union. And I feel that it will be very
We're running out of time. I was just going to ask you, do you feel it's likely that a referendum will happen then? Why don't they offer a referendum on this?
This government has said that they will not put it to a referendum. Probably they are afraid of the wrong results for their politics. So I would predict that this stalemate, which is in Iceland, will continue.
OK, well, look, thanks very much for your thoughts on this. That was Erika Bergman, Professor of Political Science at the Centre for European Studies at the Bifrost University in Iceland. Thank you.